This is Newsbreak 26 in southwest New Brunswick. I'm Vicki Hogarth. Here's what's happening in our part of the world. Monday marked the first time Americans were allowed to travel by land into Canada since the border crossings were closed to non-essential travel at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. Cars lined up all the way across Ferry Point Bridge between St. Stephen, New Brunswick and Calais, Maine for the first time in over 16 months, making for an hour-and-a-half wait, with some travelers even choosing to cross by foot. St. John teenager Helena McLean anxiously waited for her best friend who lives in the United States to walk across the border.
She lives in New Hampshire and her mom drove her all the way up, and I'm really close with her entire family. They're like my second family, but I can't see all of them, so just her will do for now.
In order to cross at land borders, Americans have to be fully vaccinated 14 days prior to their trip and must provide proof of a negative COVID-19 molecular test taken within 72 hours before entry. Travelers must also submit their vaccination documents and a detailed travel log using the ArriveCan app. For Mallory and Michelle Bagwell of Mansfield, Connecticut, who haven't been to their summer home on Prince Edward Island in a year and a half, the complicated process was well worth the effort to get back to an island they've been coming to for over 20 years.
So we're excited for those mussels and lobsters tonight.
And reconnecting with people.
We can just, and we're looking forward to seeing our friends and neighbors. There's really quite the community there that we love very much. So that's what brings us home from away.
Despite the long line at the border, the main purpose of travel for all the people we spoke with was either a reunion with loved ones or an extended maritime vacation. St. Stephen Mayor Alan McEachran isn't expecting to see a big boost to the local economy from day-tripping American shoppers just yet, given the multi-step process of visiting Canada.
That could deter someone, I don't think it would hold back a family member to see someone, but I think it's going to hold back someone that wants to go shopping at a store. I mean, they might think about, I don't want to go through all that to get to Canada. But we'll see. I mean, who knows? People haven't, and sometimes when someone has a chance to do something they haven't been able to do for a long time, they're going to do whatever it takes.
The St. Andrews Masters tennis tournament brought a tourism boost to the region this past weekend, drawing participants and spectators from across Atlantic Canada and beyond.
And we actually picked up new players that have never been, and we lost a few that couldn't make it, but it's been good. It's great.
So it's always been one of those tournaments in New Brunswick that people used as a resort outing, like let's all go down to St. Andrews and play.
Former New Brunswick Premier Brian Gallant was victorious in both the men's 35 division singles and the men's 30+ doubles alongside his brother Pierre.
When I got into politics a few years back, I kind of stopped playing the sport that I love, and I stayed active. I still ran, went to the gym and everything, but now that I get a little more time on my hands, I'm playing tennis again, and my brother and I, we practice together, play doubles together, and then we take little weekend trips together as well. So I cut in, my brother, my sister-in-law, we make a weekend of it, come to beautiful St. Andrews and play some tennis.
St. Stephen's Chocolate Fest was another big tourism draw to southwest New Brunswick last week. For more on this, here's CHCO's Ian Curran.
Established in 1984, St. Stephen's beloved Chocolate Fest is held annually on the first week of August.
It's been a very active community event for those many years, and it's been always a sweet time in our town of St. Stephen.
Some of the activities held at the celebration include chocolate bark making, where you have the opportunity to make your own ganong chocolate treasure hunts, picnics in the park, dance parties, and so much more.
Chocolate Fest is getting out and meeting everyone and having fun with everyone.
The loosening of COVID-19 restrictions combined with St. Stephen 150 gave festival goers a lot to celebrate at this year's Chocolate Fest. Ian Curran, CHCO, Newsbreak26, St. Stephen.
Thanks for the great report, Ian. That's all the news I have for you. For more stories and live-streamed COVID-19 updates for the province, follow us on Facebook at CHCO.TV.
This has been a news and public affairs production of CHCO-TV, New Brunswick's only source for independent community television.